Hello Capricorn, welcome to your July 2022 reading. I'm going to do a few different spreads, romantically focused for you. The first spread will be a horseshoe spread. We're going to look at your past, present, future 3 to 4 months out and your 12-month outcome. And that's just a general love forecast. Next we'll do a one-on-one relationship spread. And that will involve you and your person, any person you have in mind. Technically, it could be anyone like your boss, your cousin, your friend, but I will read it as a romantic person. Adjust the interpretations if you need to. And then I will pull some oracle cards from Spirit to get an idea of what's going on from a bird's eye point of view. Then I will pull from oracle cards from your person to get an idea what's going on from their point of view. And then finally I'll pull some angel advice cards at the end. Feel free to stick around for the whole thing, or you could jump to the section you want to. I should be able to add in the timestamps for your convenience. And I did shuffle these off camera, but I do it once or twice on camera for your viewing pleasure. And we're almost ready with a general love forecast. Alrighty. So what we got here for you Capricorn, a little messy. Move some of this stuff. We got your past, present, future 3 to 4 months out. We got how you feel. We got your environment. We got your hopes and or your fears. And then we got your 12-month outcome. Alrighty. So I guess that's good enough. So in your past we got the Emperor reversed. We got Psyche, doubtfulness reversed, and we got retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So with the Emperor reversed, you or your person, depending on who you're involved with, might have the energy of the dark side of the Emperor. Maybe problem solving with a heavy hand, ruling with an iron fist, being inflexible, being kind of extra punitive, the characteristics of Mars or Aries, prone to battle, the negative aspects of that character. And in addition to that, there could be someone who has a lot of doubt, has a lot of lack of faith in their relationship. The story of Psyche is she and Eros were in love, and she couldn't believe that someone like Eros would love her so much, so she ended up not being faithful to him, cheating on him, and it really hurt Eros. They separated, but they eventually got back together because he loved her so much he would take her back no matter what, because his passion for her was that strong. But if she had just had faith and trusted that his feelings were true, then there wouldn't have been any drama, So there could be someone not having faith in the situation, causing their own problems, and that might be making one or both of you pull back from the relationship, because we have here retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. It seems like maybe one of you guys might have disconnected, pulled back a bit from the other person, because maybe the Dark Emperor, it might have scared them, and then the reaction of someone being doubtful, it just was not, a good combination. The energies were not very good. Okay, so the present situation for you. We got the Page of Cups reversed, Tai Chi, Fortune reversed, and codependence, addictions are affecting your romantic life reversed. I guess my initial thought with Tai Chi, Fortune reversed, and this card that says addictions, There could be someone with a gambling issue right now, possibly, but let's see. With the Page of Cups reversed, there could be someone who is trying to apologize, but they're not quite doing it right. They might be thinking about it and not actually doing it. They could be doing like a half-assed apology where they say, I'm sorry, but they don't say for what. Like they're just saying it to get it over with or something. There could be someone like that in the picture, whether that's you or your person in mind. There could also be a sense of someone's just being emotionally immature, because the Page of Cups is between the page, the knights, and the kings and queens. He or she is the youngest, the most immature of all of the court cards. So someone might be a little immature. Someone might be having wishful thinking, wishing things to be real or to be true, but maybe it's not quite right. So there's no solid foundations in what they're doing. With this Tai Chi fortune in reversed, it looks like money could be affecting the relationship, but in a negative way. Generally money, fortune, or maybe even just some strokes of bad luck, but yeah, there could be a negative impact on money. Perhaps there's not enough and it's making tensions even worse, taking away some of your options that you wish you had. And there's also the aspect that there could be someone trying to I guess rein in their addictions, because we have codependency upside down. It says addictions are affecting your romantic relationship. So I mean, someone might have issues with some sort of addiction. It could be power, it could be drinking, it could be drugs, it could be gaming too much, depending on if you if that's your thing. But whatever it is, someone's doing too much of something, and it seems to be taking away that time and energy from the relationship. Alright, so your 3 to 4 month future here, we got the Ten of Wands, we got Creusa secrets, and we got reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your love life. So, it looks like you're going to be carrying a lot of weight in the next 3 to 4 months out. You might be working too much, having too responsibilities, and it's not going to give you a lot of time to do the nice, hearts, romance, and sweet stuff that you want from a relationship. You're going to be probably doing too many tasks. Part of the task could be trying to work out the relationship. That might be part of the burdens in itself. It looks like there might be some secrets that come out, or secrets that are starting to be hidden, secret life that might be going on with Creusa's secrets. And in my book, in my definition, even an omission of the truth is a secret. Some people will say, well, I didn't say that specifically, but if you omit it or if you infer it, so people assume something, that could be, manipulation, and it could be some sort of secret too. But it looks like that might be coming up in your future. Part of the secret could be maybe you have a secret reconciliation with someone too. Maybe you're not sure if you want to go public with being back with someone or not, because you don't want the judgment maybe. So maybe you decide to take some burden on keeping it a secret, because we do have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. So generally that is an ex. It could be someone that maybe you had like a misconnection with. Maybe you thought about dating them, but then they went off and got a job somewhere else, or they went to a different school, whatever. So it does look like you're going to be seeing someone from your past. And whether that's something you want or not, it's up to you how you react to that. Alrighty, Capricorn, so this is how you're feeling right now. We got the Queen of Cups reversed, and we got Apollo, God of Light. And it's a picture of a golden man with a bunch of light coming around him and behind him. Let's see. So with the Queen of Cups reversed, the Queen represents Scorpio in a zodiac spread, so you would be taking the dark side of the Queen of Cups. Jealousy, suspicion, intensity, high emotions, deep emotions, out of control emotions, paranoia, the negative attributes that people tend to associate with Scorpio. So that's probably how you're feeling right now. I guess seems to be what it is. It could also just be it could be also a situation where there's someone that's being emotionally manipulative, which I guess could be true if you have this kind of secrets coming up in your future. With this God of the Light card upside down, it could be that you're trying to do something and stay out of the spotlight, or trying to do something undercover perhaps, but you just don't want people looking at you right now. Alrighty. So this is your environment to these two cards. The environment is not something you can control directly, but it does affect your romantic sphere. For instance, the metaphor of if it's raining outside, you could go outside and get wet, you could put on a raincoat, or you could stay inside, but the rain will be a matter of fact. You can't change it. So for you in your dating sphere, the forecast is, let's see, we got the 7 of Pentacles reversed, and we got Trojan horse trickery. Not a very optimistic looking, playing field for you. There could be people worried more about their money than about dating right now, and there could be the aspect of some sort of trickery. Maybe someone's not telling the whole truth. Someone's perhaps catfishing. The Trojan horse has a lot of dishonesty with the people, so it's not really a conducive environment to trying to date. It doesn't even look like you'll have necessarily opportunities for a physical connection or an emotional connection. Neither one look very optimistic in this kind of playing field. Let's see. So for your hopes, I guess I picked an extra one. Your hopes and or your fears, we got the 9 of Swords, we got Aries warmongering, and we got attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So it looks like you have a lot of fear spinning through your head, Capricorn. It looks like you just have anxiety about dating in general. Maybe there's some sort of past ache that you're trying to avoid, and it just makes you scared about the whole concept of dating in general. You do have a high fear about fighting with the Aries warmongering. Perhaps you had a relationship in the past, where there was a lot of fighting, a lot of physical fighting, a lot of emotional and word fighting, but it's certainly something you don't want to encounter ever again. That's something that keeps you awake at night. And you seem to have a fear of being not attracted by your partner, not looking attractive enough. It could be maybe you got some ideas off of social media of how someone should look, what the definition of beauty is, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the potential dating partners will have that same definition. They might have different standards where they do find you attractive. And in your 12-month outcome, we got Judgment reversed, we got the Horai time reversed, and we got past life relationship. So it looks like 12 months out from now, so that will be July 2023, you might have another reconciliation that comes around, because the Judgment reversed and this past life card, generally past life, that's generally someone that you've known before. I don't necessarily see it as a person from your past life, a different incarnation. I normally see it as just someone from this life's past, like someone you met in college, former coworker, whatever. And the Judgment card is often seen as a reconciliation reunion card too. And it looks like you have this factor of time, factor of remembering the past in this one card, because you see these happy looking people kind of just playing around in the middle. So I mean, you could just remember how good it was in the past and decide, you know, I'd rather go for that instead of try to risk something new, which is fine if that's what you want. Alrighty, so let me shuffle the cards and get ready for your next spread. Alright, Capricorn, let's move on to your one-on-one spread. I did shuffle these off camera, but I'll do it once or twice on camera for your viewing pleasure. So the one-on-one spread can be anyone you would like to learn about, but I will read it as a romantic partner. Feel free to adjust the interpretations to a different kind of relationship, like your friend, your cousin, your grandma, whatever. And this does not necessarily need to be the person you were thinking of or you've been involved with thus far. Especially if you have multiple options out there. These ones. Alrighty. Alright, let's see what we got here for you, Capricorn. On the left side is typically you, the current, and on the right side is typically the person on your mind. It is a general reading, so if you do feel like you need to flip the sides, you can, but you know, I'm going to read them as they are intended in the spread layout. So on the left side we have you, the current. We got the Ace of Wands reversed, and we got Hydra challenges. And it's interesting because both of these kind of have a club in the card. So the energy you're bringing into this is, I think you're bringing in your own problems. I don't know if there's an easier way to say that, but, you know, you're either bringing in all the problems or you're just trying to whack all the problems on the head, you know, as they you know, come into the picture for you. And, you know, the Hydra is when you cut off one head, two more grow up back in its place. It could be that you're attempting to do like a fresh start or try to do a new approach. You're trying to change things in the relationship, but it might be like a forced change that you're putting into the relationship against, you know, the natural flow of it, letting it evolve on its own. And I guess that is what it is. Okay. On the right side, we got for your person, the energy they're bringing into this is Iris messages reversed, and we got 3 of Pentacles reversed. And the Iris card is the goddess Iris, and there's a rainbow going through the card, and she has like a water pitcher that she's pouring out. Let's see. So I kind of get the sense that this person is trying to communicate, but it might not be coming through with the card being reversed, because Iris is like a master of communications. She can travel to hell, heaven, and earth, just like Apollo or Mercury, whichever one you want to call him by. So she is the expert and communicator, but since it's upside down, it's like the messages they're not coming through. They're not being heard. They're not being sent. Something about the communication is not quite right. And it looks like with the 3 of Pentacles reversed, there's a sense of wanting to work together, but they're not quite doing it right again. This person they keep missing the mark. Like They want to collaborate, they want to fix things, they want to build together, but it's not quite working. They're not quite doing it. Maybe they're thinking about doing it but not actually doing it, or when they do it they have the wrong execution and it just doesn't work the way they thought it was going to happen. It was going to be successful. And I guess that makes sense because, you know, there's problems on this side, so there's problems on that side too. Let's see. For the past shared energy down here, we have the Two of Pentacles, we got Persephone, transformation, and we got honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I almost think that one of you might have tried to go on a trip or try to take some time with your partner, and it might have been like kind of like a forced attempt to try to work things out, because this Persephone card, you know, it's Pluto or Hades, whichever you want to call him by, pulling Persephone down into hell against her will. And in this card specifically, you know, it looks pretty dramatic and pretty forceful. So I almost wonder if there was like some sort of forced retreat or forced isolation, forced trying to work things out, and it wasn't quite right. And it looks like one of you guys might have been trying to make a decision about something, but you didn't quite get there. Perhaps you were trying to make a decision during this retreat or seclusion. So for the present shared energy between you guys, we got the Empress reversed, we got Maidus, wisdom, and we got playfulness reversed. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Well, the Empress reverse is not a very fun character, and we did see the Emperor reversed in the other spread. So there could be a sense between you guys of being manipulated, being controlling, perhaps a little lazy, perhaps some sort of abusive power too. But I guess the darker side of the Empress, it does look like someone is trying to use their head, and with Midas wisdom, someone's trying to think things out, trying to do it logically, but it might not be quite hitting the mark. Midas is also a very strong female character, and it happens to be right next to this Empress card, so there could be, I guess, a very dominant female energy that's trying to do things, trying to change things in the situation. With this playfulness card, there seems to be a lot of focus, at least at this moment, on the female, because the guy is all shaded out and dark in the shadows, but all the sunlight is on this one girl. So I guess there might be a lot of focus on the female aspect, or focus on one of the partners that might be trying to bring out the play aspect, but maybe it's not quite happening. They might be trying to schedule fun things to do, but it's not quite working, or it's not as fun as it was intended to be. Let's see. Future. We got the Seven of Wands. We got the Graces, festivities, and we got wedding. This situation involves a marriage. Well, that is interesting. Well, I mean, it seems like there has been trouble in the past and the present, but the future is probably looking closer to the situation that you might be wanting out of a relationship. With the Graces festivities, it's, these females like getting together, looking like they're having fun. There's even like a band instrument here. And then the wedding card is, speaks for itself. There could be an engagement party. There could be an actual wedding. There could be some sort of higher level of commitment. Or maybe you just move in together and kind of make some sort of promise to each other. But it looks like that's coming in. It looks like there still will be challenges, and it could even be too many responsibilities, too many people trying to get involved in the relationship. Or if it's the wedding, there's too many things to manage. But it does look like there's challenges. Despite, all these different sticks coming at this person, they're still on top. They're still in control. They're still on, the king of the hill here. So despite the challenges that might come in, it looks like you will be able to fend them off, whatever they are. So in that sense, the spread looks alright. Alright, let me get these shuffled and get ready for your next spread. Alright, Capricorn, let's get going with your next spread. Let's get a bird's eye view of the situation from Spirit. Of what's going on. What else can we get from this? And if you want, you can have this as a separate reading, or you could be adding it on to the previous readings. Up to you. Okay. And since it's a general reading, perhaps not all of these will be a hit with you, but I hope at least 90% are. We'll see. So also when these cards are upside down, sometimes I'll take that as the reverse of the opposite of, or a blockage, or it's a highlight depending on the other cards around it. We'll see what we got. We got awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Reverse, we got new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. And since you had the past life card and you had the reconciliation card, it's probably not a new love. It's probably like a revisiting of a love, an old love. And that's why it's upside down. We got warning. Don't dismiss the red flags here. We got vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. So you might have a situation that you're currently undergoing, not taking these as advice, but taking these as understanding what's going on. There might be some red flags coming up in your current situation that you're paying attention and you're working through. If you think you might be the cause of the red flags, you want to understand why you're doing that and, rein it in. One or both of you might be feeling vulnerable right now and trying to work things out, because to be vulnerable, you do have to put yourself at risk, your safety at risk in some sense, to risk your heart, to risk being close to someone. And if the person doesn't hurt you when you're vulnerable, then, that's rewarding with love. But if they do reward you, then you're hurt, so it is a risk of love. We got decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. So someone might be trying to decide whether they want to make it work, or an aspect about a boundary in the relationship perhaps. We got longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. So it could be your partner that's, maybe they're not expressing themselves completely and they want you more than they're saying, or there could be another person that's longing for you, especially since we have this interference over here on the end. Perhaps, if you're in a relationship and you're not sure it's going to work, there might be someone else around the corner just waiting for their chance to get at you, Capricorn. We got time apart. So you might be in a situation where you are spending time apart. You might have some distance. You might, be just trying to collect your thoughts separately. Looks like that's what's going on. We have protected. You are safe and divinely protected, or divinely guided. So because you're apart, that does give you more protection, and you don't have to feel like you're so at much risk right now. And the final card I got for you is interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. So that could be someone like a boss, it could be a mother-in-law, it could be a friend, or it could be a third party. On either side, that might be taking time and energy away from the relationship. It could be someone giving more advice than they should on the relationship, or it just could be someone, another love interest. Like I said, there is this longing over here, so you have that going on. Alright, now that we've gotten the cards from Spirit, we'll get the cards from your person if you're out of touch with your person and want to know what's on their mind. And again, this is a general reading, so perhaps not all of the cards will make sense to you, but hopefully 90% of them do. We'll see. Alrighty. And again, when these cards are upside down, I'll normally interpret that as the reverse of a block, or perhaps an exclamation point to that card, depending on what else we see in the spread. Alright, here we go. I pretend that I don't care. Sometimes I hear your voice. Reversed. I never used to look at you that way. Your body language says so much. Reversed. I hide behind material things. Reversed. I feel you even though we are apart. I remember every detail of that day, whether it's a special day or a day that you guys broke up. We got, I know you have trouble trusting. And I think one of your cards was trust in the spread, so they seem to recognize that. We got reversed, I support your path. So perhaps they're not supporting of your path. They want you to come back on their path. And this is actually from a ghost deck, but I normally take it for relationship context too. The sense and blinking lights are me. Perhaps their spirit is trying to send you signals like a radio song, or if pennies or feathers meant something to you, they might be sending you that kind of stuff. Whatever might have been your little language. Reversed. I saved your text messages. So I'm going to say maybe they deleted them all because it might have been too much to look at again. But despite deleting them, they still hear the voice and they still think of you a ton, it seems like. Reversed, you broke my heart. So it's probably going to go as a highlight. We got, we don't share the same values. And reversed, do I still have a chance? So they're probably saying that they don't even think they have a chance in that context. So if you are broken up or apart, they probably do care. They're pretending they don't. They're probably saying that your actions are saying don't come near me. Perhaps you have them blocked. Perhaps you give them a stink eye or whatever. But something about the way you physically or action-wise interact with them tells them to stay back. Yeah. Okay. Let me pull a few more cards for you. Alright, Capricorn, let me pull a few more cards for you from your person and see if this helps anything. Again, these are general readings, so not all the cards might make sense to you. But I will try my best. Okay. Alright. Alright, we got, again, when these are reversed, I'll take these as the opposite of sometimes, or a blocked, or and highlight to the positive version of the card. Alright. Reversed, I was weak. Reversed, I did not ask enough questions. So perhaps they thought they asked too many questions. Perhaps they thought they were weak for not trusting you, or for something that they failed to do. We got, I want to touch you passionately. Reversed, we have, I need more time. So they might think that the times are overdue to come back together. Reversed, I remember the fun times. So they probably are remembering the fun times since it's reversed. Like to a highlight. We got, don't leave me. We got, I want to see the truth. But it's reversed, so perhaps kind of like that psyche card. They don't care how they'll have you back. They'll take you back even if it's with a lie. We got, approach me, reversed. So you could take that as they really want you to approach, probably. We got, I need more spice, upside down. So perhaps they think they have all they need, all the spice they need from you. We have, you are so creative, reversed. Alright, so they probably think you're really creative. We have a spiritual connection. So they might think that they have a spiritual connection with you, but they don't have a physical one. Yeah, we have, I want to reconcile. We have, I cry when I think of you. It's so sad. I am not an option. Perhaps they don't think that they're good enough for you, and that might be why they're holding back. We have, I did not express my love. We have, you were too proud. We have, take control. Perhaps they're kind of being a little passive and wanting you to take the action, take the control. They want you to approach them because they might be scared about approaching you. We have reversed, you don't know everything about me. So we did say that secrets card coming up, so there is possibly something that they have hidden from you. And it's not necessarily even a bad thing that's hidden, but I guess just the fact that they feel like they have to hide something is a little questionable. Why can't they just tell the truth? You know? And we have, you are a great friend. Alright, let me put this away. Alright, Capricorn, let's wrap up your reading with angel advice cards. Alrighty, so we got here, courage, Archangel Ariel. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So if there is something in the relationship that you need to stand up, you have all the strength you need, you just gotta use it. Because we have these little tigers and lions back here. We got clear quartz. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you an important message and guidance. So there could be the sense that you're not feeling all your emotions if this is your advice. You might be even blocking them out if they're too hard to deal with, but those emotions are what make life fun and interesting. People watch movies so they could get little highs off of emotions. So if you want, you could wear clear quartz on a ring, a necklace, put it in your pocket, put a picture of it on your phone in the background as the reminder to feel all of your emotions. And if you are interested, I do have clear quartz aplenty in my jewelry shop, listed in the description. We got healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I don't like this card so much because like it's not always your parents. It could be family issues with your friends, with your cousins, with your own kids. So it's not always your parents. It's a little oddly specific in that way. But yeah, if you do have some sort of family issues, that might be something you need to focus on to get resolved before you can move forward, because it's going to be blocking you. And this card is actually from a job and hobby deck, but sometimes I'll take these in a romantic context. We got oracle cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So you might be interested in getting a deck of oracle cards for yourself or making your own if you don't necessarily want to spend the money on it, and you might be creative enough anyways to do it on your own, to print them out or draw them yourself. But it does look like that might help you understand your emotions by looking at the cards, and you might be able to help other people too in the process. And we got Atlas, responsibility. Number 9. Atlas, the myth. The Titan Atlas, brother of Prometheus, governed the moon. When Zeus defeated Cronus, he sent most of the remaining Titans to Tartarus, the hell aspect of the underworld. However, he decided to punish Atlas by sending him to the western edge of the earth to hold the sky up so that the earth, Gaia, and the sky, Uranus, could not meet again and create more Titans. How cruel. And the message. It may feel as though we have the weight of the world on our shoulders, but this is actually due to the lack of responsibility and not the burden of it. When we are truly responsible, we know that we have the power to create whatever we want for our lives. You have the responsibility, first and foremost, to give yourself a balanced and healthy life, a life that takes care of all your basic needs. It is not your responsibility to carry the burdens of others or to buy into any societal pressures that do not seem relevant to you. In fact, these type of pressures dominate your life, and it is your responsibility to remove them. It is your responsibility to ask for help where necessary and create yourself the circumstances that will keep all areas of your life balanced. It is not helpful to carry the burdens of others or to uphold the expectation of anyone else. If people are never forced to take care of their own needs, they will become crippled. In order to let go of other people's responsibilities, you must let go of your own need for approval. Don't seek the approval of others at the expense of your own health. This is a time to take full responsibility for your life. You alone create your life. You are the victim of no one and nothing. Your life is exactly how you decided it to be. If things need changing, change them. If old pains and wounds are holding you back, it is now time to surrender them. Give them up now. If the pain is holding you back in life, it is because you are letting it. Decide now what to do whatever is necessary to let that old pain go. You don't have to take control of the world, but you do have to take control of the power to take responsibility for your feelings, reactions, perceptions, and make the empowered decisions about how to live your life. Now is the time to examine your life and see which areas have become burdensome. It may be necessary to take more time for yourself, ask for help, and schedule changes. Stop catering to the needs and expectations of others, or give up any old pains and negative self-talk. Taking care of yourself is the best gift you can offer the world. You only have one opportunity to live this life, so you might as well make it the best life possible. Taking responsibility for all you experience gives you the power to create the life that you want, and only this can lead you to true freedom. Alright then, Capricorn, thank you so much for joining this reading for July 2022.